Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, aka Rickshaw, and you are nerding out with Rickshaw. And you're also nerding out with
Toby Von Doom.
me and Toby Von Doom. We're just hanging out at our houses, talking about this, a little bit of that. It's October. Spooky season has taken over.
Woo-hoo.
And speaking of spooky season, have you ever heard of a band called Ice Nine Kills? Because that's like every theme they've ever had is like horror movies and spooky stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're-
even do that stuff live, right?
So my co-host of my other podcast, Goobs, he actually went and saw them, I believe, last year, and said that their stage show was awesome. Like they have a bunch of set pieces, and like the vocalist, which I can't think of his name,
Spencer.
yeah, Spencer, he puts on different outfits, and they've got the Silver Scream album, and I think they just in the last like year or two put out the Silver Scream 2, which every song is based on a different horror movie, which is pretty cool. Some of the songs are pretty cool. I'm not super into them, but what I have heard is pretty cool. I know the Friday the 13th song is pretty cool. Uh,
So,
yeah.
all I know, okay, here I'll give you my rundown of how I feel about Ice Nine Kills. Um, we played with them. They were on like the small stage at Warp Tour 2010, I believe, and I met a few of them. Really nice guys. And then in 2012, I Wrestled the Bear once played the Ernie Ball stage. So that's like the one on the it's like a truck, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
That they like fold out the stage and all that stuff. And Ice Nine Kills was on that stage with us, I believe. So we got to know them pretty well at that point in time. And they're just super humble dudes, rad, super rad. And then a few years later, I started finding out that they were like blowing up, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then someone showed me like a song clip, and I was like, "Oh, I don't think they sounded anything like this whenever I first played with them." So it kind of like, I don't know, in a way, it like deterred me from wanting to hear them, kind of. But at the same time, I was like, "Hey, good for them. At least they're like blowing up." And then in I mean, and that's all going on, whatever. I don't know the timeline, but I think it was Warp Tour 2015 or 16. I ran into them. Maybe it was even later. When was the last Warp Tour?
I always forget when the last one was, but I thought it was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, maybe I saw them in 2015, and they were all like, it was the type of thing where they were like, "Hey, man, what's up? It's good to see you." And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even think you would recognize me, right, or
Right.
know who I am." So they were super cool, and but I've wanted to do an interview with them, but it's like the type of thing where like they're so big now that I'm sure everyone gets hundreds of thousands of DMs, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
You ain't
but yeah,
sliding in the DMs like you used to, could have.
so somebody hook me up with Spencer. I want to because I love me some horror movies, but I honestly haven't, listened to any of their like the styles of music that they have or whatever. I just know that they're huge and they do horror movie stuff.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, let's check
The
this.
did you ever have you ever checked out like the punk rock MDA or whatever that
Oh
dude's?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Finn McKenty.
yes, I like him a lot. He actually did a history of Ice Nine Kills, and I watched it because I didn't know much about them at the time, and
Mhm,
yeah, they've completely like changed and revamped themselves, and they've clawed their way to the top. They
mhm,
didn't just get handed like, oh, you're big rock stars now. Like they fist fought for it. So it's kind of
mhm.
cool to see that they're getting their dues. Plus,
Yeah, and yeah, like I was telling you, I accidentally watched some of this video the other night, but I don't know. I guess I assumed they were gonna sound a certain way, and this was like way cooler than I thought
Oh yeah.
it was. Because I just assume I don't know. I hate to be that guy, but like if they're the band that's like blowing up and playing with like motionless in white a lot, then I just assume
I,
something about their sound and stuff, you
I'm
know?
with you. I'm
Yeah.
100% with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
but yeah, I mean, I'm
if you like metal and you like horror movies, this is the perfect band. Typically, like
mhm,
usually for you, because they've got some of the coolest merch. I don't know if you they did like the Psycho American Psycho like uh raincoat thing that had like splattered blood on it and stuff, and they have like really cool variants for their vinyls and stuff. Like all their vinyls are themed after like horror movies. So the only one that comes to mind is they had one that was like uh, uh, the Candyman's honey, like it was honey gold or something like that. I don't know, but they do. I mean, they're really like they found their niche. How do you say that word? Whatever. But you know,
neat.
they've really zoned into like the horror crowd, the metal crowd, the metalcore crowd. So it's pretty cool. So
All
yeah,
right. Well, let's check it out.
I guess this one's gonna be based on Silence of the Lambs or something, Hannibal or something, because he in the picture he had the face mask thing on.
Meet and greet. Like meat. Protein.
He's in the last cell. Stay to the left.
Thank you.
Don't get close to the glass. And be careful. If he smells your fear, he'll eat you alive.
This video's already rad.
We got that budget.
Right?
Hello, Clarice, nothing's free at this meet and greet. Quid pro quo as we go, spare me any dissent. A trainee desperate for some information. Skip poor white trash by one generation. The silence is circling like lambs to a slaughter. This dance never ends.
Are we getting Buffalo Bill?
My darling agent,
Fuck.
selling these are not just
So yeah, it's like the budget is crazy already. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have like full room, like a full set for just this main part of the video. You have like flashbacks going on with full costumes and like side characters and all sorts of stuff.
It's pretty rad so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, and then like also it's like it's this is a mainstream band at this point, but like with how mainstream they get with their sound, it's still like cool. Like it's not super corny. You know what I mean?
It's not sell out.
Right.
It still has like the actual like metalcore kind of sound to it. Like
Right.
the lyrics are a little corny, but it's because it's fitting in with
Right.
the movie, the story that it's trying to tell. So that's
Mhm.
I'm okay with corniness when it's like, directly supposed to be about something. Like this is obviously about Silence of the Lambs. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
real killer in my mind. Help you find the fiend who fits the bill. Trust his nasty habit with my refined palate. Tell me who kills in voice. The silence is circling like lambs to a slaughter. This dance never
cool too.
Silence is circling like lambs to a slaughter. This dance never ends. The final star that skims like many before. It's happened again. The silence is circling. It's circling.
Whoa.
Wow. Was that last line, I'd fuck me?
Yeah.
God, how many more of these piece of shit videos is this SOB gonna make?
Those who wore the merkins, allegedly made from nutria, a rodent-based material, will remain in ICU at Cedars-Sinai Hospital at least through the High Holy Days. Talk about a hairy situation, Diane. We turn now to the highly controversial trial of musician Spencer Charnas.
Jesus Christ, I can't get rid of this troglodyte.
After the recent mistrial, stemming from the shocking revelation that members of the jury were fans depicted in Ice Nine Kills videos, the state has decided not to pursue new charges at this time. Meanwhile, the person police have dubbed the Silence Killer is still at large.
Jesus Christ, it's Spencer, you fucking idiots!
Charnas' lawyer, Carlos Cochran, could not be reached for comment.
What?
I feel like we started watching something completely different.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome.
Weren't they working directly on this investigation?
Yeah, I just suffered through the last fucking video.
Hey, calm down, buddy.
Are you kidding me? After the way you Marcia Clark this case up? Oh, now you got him? What makes you so sure?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, Miami Vice doesn't come on for another hour. Maybe it's time to get the old band back together. Yeah. All right. Fuck yeah! You're going down, killer! Piece of shit.
Interesting.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of a banger, honestly.
It was a banger, and I really want to watch Silence of the Lambs now. Like that was really fun.
Yeah, and obviously it's working for them, but
Oh,
the only
yeah.
thing I don't like is like overproduction. You know what I mean? Like not even with the video because I mean a little bit with the video. But at the same time they're fucking killing it.
They are
you know what I
killing it.
mean? So it's like I mean just for example, like going real heavy on the song with like samples, you know what I mean? And then like just making it big and I'm like that's just preference. That's just me complaining
Right.
because I would dial it back a little just to like make the band stand out a little more opposed to like the the orchestra sounds and stuff.
Right.
But like I said, it's working for them. So and
Right.
then like in the video, you're gonna put like all the gunshot sounds and what the characters are saying and stuff. A little overdoing it with some of the production. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I guess if somebody wants to listen to the album, they could just listen to the album.
That's
if they want
true.
to see the video, they
This
can just
is a
listen to
different
the
experience than just listening to it, So
Yeah.
you get the story. The gunshot. I think in one, because I haven't seen too many of their videos, but I know in another video they have it's all the dialogue is louder like that too, and it's a little off-putting, you know.
Right.
But again, for the video, that's fine as long as it's not like that in the song, because that would be kind of ridiculous. Like, why are these people just fucking randomly talking?
Why they keep talking?
But you know what? And you gotta love that they got all the. I think he hit all the classic lines from Silence of the Lambs. He even did the thing.
Yeah. And like, I said it's not corny. It is corny.
It's
but
so
it's
corny.
Like, it's directly to me though. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like corny at me, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Pretty cool.
I know that
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I was saying the lyrics are corny, but at the same time you're like, I am a pretty big fan of Silence of the Lambs, so that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, and it's like also, I sit here and I'm bitching about this and that, but like if Iwabo would have kept going, we probably would have done something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like our videos started progressing into something like this, but then we just fell apart.
Right.
So yeah. So doesn't Ice Nine Kills have a movie too or something like that?
That
Or
I'm
do
not-
they? Or maybe they just have like a string of videos that like
I
makes
think-
a story or something.
I think that's probably more the case, is that
Yeah.
their stuff kind of goes together.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was a banger, and I regret, I guess, not giving them a shot all these years. So
Yeah. I know, like I said, I listened to a bunch of the songs on the first Silver Scream album. I didn't listen to anything off the second one that I can remember, but now I guess I need to go hit that second one up. Anyway.
yeah, so you got to hit that bomb button. now,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, we forgot to give it. It's definitely a banger, baby. Boom! That's our production right there.
But yeah, if anybody knows Spencer, hook me up. I want
Call
to
us.
do an interview. I haven't talked to that guy since like 2015 maybe. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to talk to him about all of his inspirations for his stuff. Obviously, they're very horror movie related. There you go.
Yeah.
So if he could tell me some new horror movies to watch that I don't absolutely despise afterwards, then that would be great.
Right.
So yeah, tell him to hit me up at nerdingoutwithrickshaw@gmail.com.
There it is, right there.
Boom. But yeah, dude, tell him about your podcast.
Hey, like Ice Nine Kills, if you like horror, we have covered some horror games on the Secret Levels podcast, retro horror games. We've covered the NES Friday the 13th, the NES Nightmare on Elm Street. We've covered a bunch of other stuff. Go check it out on all the major podcasting platforms. We go over one old retro game and let you know if it's still worth playing. And we go over the history, the fun facts, and a lot of other stuff. Good times. I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/TobyVonDoom. Come check it out. It is also a fun time.
Yeah, and I'm Rickshaw, and you've been nerding out with me and Toby Von Doom. And if you like what you see here, go and add us on Facebook and Instagram. And you can add me on my Instagram if you want. It's I Hate Ghosts with an S. I need to work on my own social media also, as well as build this one. I'm awfully handsome to look at. That's what Grandma always said. But also, hey, we have merch. Go buy some of that merch. The link is in the description. If you want a shirt that says F Kid Rock, there it is. Just order it. Wait for it to come to your house, and then you can wear it to the bar, and a bunch of people will either be like, "Hey, kid, I don't like that," or, they'll be like, "Hell yeah, that's dope." So, and also, I play in a band called Never Rest, so you should check that out. We might be playing in your hood. Look it up. Go to the Facebook. Add us. We might be playing in your hood. We'll play your local Denny's. All right. We'll see you later, nerds.